morning, dears. I have sent a PDF related to your doubts. You can write it. So next day we'll be discussing on those writings. Today we'll finish exercise 4.1. Then afterward you have asked me to explain again chapter 8 and chapter 9. That I will be going. Okay, I will be explaining those chapters. But there are few sums left in exercise 4.1. So we are going to finish that first. Then we'll discuss on the sums which you have asked as doubt, and I have sent it as a PDF. So you please open the PDF and write it in the copy so we can discuss. When I explain, you can understand it. Okay. Now we have completed up to J. Look at question number K. It says exercise 4.1 number K. 2A plus B plus 3C minus D plus 2A plus B whole cube plus 2A plus B whole square into 3C minus D. This is the question. What I am going to do, I am going to arrange this question according to its degree. So first it comes 2A plus B whole cube plus 2A plus B whole square into 3C minus D. Then it comes plus 2A plus B plus 3C minus D. I have just arranged it, nothing I have done. It has 3, so it's written first, then 2, written second, then resolve. According to the degree I have arranged. Now what I am going to do, from this 2, I am going to take common 2A plus B whole square. Clear? So what I am left here? I am left here with 2A plus B, and here I am left with plus 3C minus D. Is it? I have taken common, so I am left with this and this. Now this I am writing together 2A plus B plus 3C minus D. Now from these two terms I can take 2A plus B 3C minus D as common. So here I am left with 2A plus B whole square, and here everything is taken common, so I am left with 1. So the answer will be 2A plus B plus 3C minus D and 2A plus B whole square plus 1. This is the answer for this. Again I am saying you, in the first line I have arranged it according to the degree. Second line, from this 2 I have taken 2A plus B whole square common. So I am left here, though it was cube, so I am left with 2A plus B here. And what I am left with here? Plus 3C minus D I am left here. And this all are combined together. So from this and this I can take this common. So this is taken common. For the left I am left with 2A plus B square, and for here I am left with only 1. So this is finally answer of question number K. Clear? Now look at number L. The question is xy a square plus 1 plus a x square plus y square. I am going to multiply it. A square xy plus xy, a x square plus a y square. I have multiplied and kept. Now I will be arranging it. A square xy plus a x square plus a y square plus xy. I can do. Now from this 2 I can take ax common, so I am left with ay plus x. Here from this 2 I can take y common, so I am left with ay plus x. But this is ay plus x is taken common, and ax plus y is the common. Right, this is number L. question number M. Similarly as L, it is, the question is p square x square plus px square plus 1 into x plus p. So I am writing p square x square, this as it is, plus this I am multiplying px cube plus x plus p. Okay. Now from this two, I am taking p x square common. So I am left with p plus x. Here I am taking one common. So I am left with x plus p. So the answer will be p plus x and px square plus 1. This is question number M. And similarly you have to do, look at number O. N is the same as M. Okay. So look at number O now. It is the question is p square plus 1 by p square minus 2 minus 5p plus 5 by p. Okay. Now just you see, if I combine this p square plus 1 by p square minus 2 into p into 1 by p, I can write this up to here I have written. Now minus 5 if I take common, so I am left with p by 1 by p. What does it gives you? A square plus b square minus 2ab. This 2 can be written now, with this p will cancel, then it is 2 only. So this is the formula of a minus b whole square. And here I am left with 5a minus b, p minus 1 by p. Now what is taken common? P minus 1 by p is a common. Here I am left with p minus 1 by p. And here I am left with minus 5. Once again I am telling you, these three are combined together. You see, a square plus b square minus 2ab. How 2ab? 2 into p into 1 by p. So p is cancelled, it is 2. And from this 2 I have taken minus 5 common. So this p is left, this 1 by p is left. So we know a square plus b square minus 2ab is a formula of, is an expansion of a minus b whole square. So I have written p minus 1 by p whole square minus 5 into p minus 1 by p. From this 2, p minus 1 by p is taken common, though it was whole square. So p minus 1 by p is left, and that side minus 5 is left. This is for question number O. Q, I think you can do. Sorry, P you can do. Look at question number Q now. Number Q, the question is the same as O. 1 by 25 x square plus 16 x square plus 8 by 5 minus 12x minus 3 by 5x. Now 1 by 25x square, I can write it 1 by 5x whole square. This 16x square, I can write it 4x whole square. And this 8 by 5, I can write it 2 into 1 by 5x into 4x. That gives you 8 by 5. Is it? So this is 2ab. I can write it. This 8 by 5, I can write in this way. 2 into 1 by 5x into 4x. This is combined together. Minus 12x minus 3 by 5x. Now this gives you a square plus b square plus 2ab. Whose expansion is this? This is the expansion of a plus b whole square. Now here I am taking minus 3 common. So I am left with 4x plus 1 by 5x. 1 by 5x plus 4x or 4x plus 1 by 5x is the same. So 1 by 5x plus 4x is taken common. So here I am left with 1 by 5x plus 4x, and here I am left with minus 3. So this is the answer of question number Q. Look at question number R. Look at question number R. P a square minus 2b square minus 14p plus a square minus 2b square whole square minus 7 a square minus 2b square. Is it? Now from here I am taking, from this 2, I am taking 2p common. So I am left with a square minus 2b square minus 7. And from this 2, I am taking plus a square minus 2b square common. So I am left with a square minus 2b square minus 7. This is taken common, only 7 is left for here, and though it was whole square, so a minus 2b square is left. Now from this, we can take this as common. A square minus 2b square minus 7. Here I am left with 2p plus a square minus 2b square. Done. Only you have to be careful what has to be taken common and how to group it, because the question is based on grouping. So if you group it properly, if you arrange it properly, there will not be any confusion. If you cannot, then you will have a confusion. You will not get the answer. So leftover sums you will do for this exercise. Next day I will be explaining you exercise 8, though I have started congruency, that I have told you what are the conditions of congruency. So I will be teaching you question number 8, chapter number 8, and you just go through the PDF. Maybe the next live class or next video I will be explaining those answers. Clear? Maybe live class would be better because I can interact, I can ask you whether did you understand or not. So maybe the next live class will be discussing of those PDF, what I have sent you. You write it and keep it ready. So in the next live class, you will be with your doubts in the copy. That particular sums, whichever I have sent it through the PDF. Today. Not today, yesterday. Okay. Your doubts I have sent through PDF, write it. If you understand, well and good. If not, next live class you can ask me those things. Okay. Till then, keep practicing. Thank you.